Arsenal deserved to beat Spurs by a couple of goals to nil. So let's talk about their performance. Firstly, they defended well from the front. And I'm talking about the front three in particular. They didn't close the ball down to stop Tottenham actually having the ball. What they did, they allowed Tottenham to have the ball, but they didn't allow them to play into midfielders. And Arsenal's midfield also got tight. They invited the ball to be played across the field, and at the right time, they went to close it down. And Lacazette did that against Dyer early on in the game, forced an error, and that set the tone for the match. Arsenal also switched the play really well, particularly in the first half from left to right, and Bellerin was the recipient on a couple of occasions. They didn't get really great overloads, but what they did do was allow players time on the ball to find that killer pass, and Ramsey did it on a couple of occasions to find Bellerin inside the fullback. They also got great performances out of Ozil and Sanchez. Sanchez did his usual, scored his goal. He made those runs from outside to in. He was good on the ball, twisting and turning. But Ozil was a different player altogether. He drifted around the field. He played brilliant passes. He made great decisions on the ball. And he showed great effort and a work rate that we haven't seen from him before. And when Tottenham did start gaining a little bit more possession in the second half, Arsenal still looked a threat on the counter, particularly when Sanchez went into the centre-forward position and started to run in behind. So that's Arsenal. But what about Spurs? First of all, why does Pochettino continue to play with Dele Alli as a front player? In the game against Arsenal, he didn't really affect the game at all. He wasn't good with his back to goal. He made poor decisions on the ball and didn't make enough runs in behind. And was Harry Kane fit? I don't think he was. He didn't look his normal sharp self. He missed a couple of opportunities, half chances that he had, and he certainly didn't make enough runs down the side of Arsenal's defenders. And for that reason, because Ali didn't affect the game, Harry Kane wasn't fully fit. Even though Tottenham had good possession at times, they couldn't keep the ball in the top third of the field. Now, I've said it once before and I'll say it again. Eric Dyer, for me, is not a great centre-half. He plays very well as the holding midfield player, but when he plays at centre-half, he can be casual on the ball, as we saw early on in the game, and he doesn't read danger. The second goal, Lacazette makes a run in behind. Bellerin's got time on the ball. He's always going to play that forward pass. Lacazette makes the run. Dyer should go back with him. He should go and cover his run rather than try and play him offside. He doesn't see danger early enough. If Pochettino can learn anything from this game is don't play Dele Alli at centre forward. I don't think that's his right position. Don't play players that aren't fit, even if they are your top players. If they're not fit, they're not going to perform. And he must now realise that Alderweireld is their best centre-half. He's the one that keeps them together, so he needs him fit sooner rather than later.